6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes for this very, very, very special show. We've got Kieran, Sue and Yvonne. You all know the picture, you've all seen it. And we're just looking forward to talking to them about that, the experience of what RNID, Stella and Newcastle have brought to the deaf community. So I'm really, really excited to do it. Ian, unfortunately, can't be with us today, which is a bit of a shame, but Ian wanted me to read something out. I think it's a great way to start the show, to be honest with you. It'll give you the feeling of what myself, John and Dan, when Dan turns up, what today means to us and the fans, and how we've been feeling ever since we saw what happened. So if you could read this out on the show today, please. I want to send my apologies that I can't be on the show today. I've said on a few shows now how that day grabbed a hold of me for so many reasons, and they were all great ones. A day that will go down in the club's history books. Kieran and all the other kids will be a part of that forever. Also, very proud moments for Sue and all the other parents. Our club made it happen so they could have the best experience ever, and it worked, as we all seen so many smiling, cheering kids and mums and dads. So a massive well done to our special club, NUFC. And it's one of the reasons why we wanted to do the show, because this is the first of its kind. And we're obviously leading the way to try and bring the noise to deaf people inside St. James's Park, and hopefully this will go to other football grounds. Now, it is used in other areas of other things like opera and things like that, but why not football? So it's great. Don't forget, there is a link to be a member at the top of the chat if you want to become a member. Remember, every single donation, membership, super chat, super thanks, whatever you want to do, will be going to Kieran's. We're going to find out where it's going to go to, but it is going to go to a charity of Kieran's choice. It's something that he's involved with. It could be his football team, it could be an after-school club, something that he gets involved with. So far, we're around about the £185 mark. We would love to get it to £250 by the end of today, but we're doing it till the end of the month. So every single bit of ad money that for any video we do, it's all going to go to Kieran and the charity. So please be generous if you can be. It'll be absolutely amazing. However, if you know Sue personally and you want to do a cash donation to her, that would be better, because then YouTube can't get the grubby hands on any of the money either. So that would be nice. Remember to keep everything respectful, blah, 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 blah. Everyone's looking forward to this. There's a few people in the chat. Can't miss this one. That's Andy. Les all talking to each other. Couldn't miss this one. Going to be insightful. I think it will be. Welcome, Gary. Andy. Just wondering who did Baz's hair for his avatar, asking for a friend. God. I didn't want to read that. I've backed Forest. Hey, Paul. Hey, Andy B. Hey, Chairs. Hey, Les. We're almost up to date. And look who's in the chat. It's Mr. Ian Walker. So that is Kieran's granddad, who joined literally just off the back of a show a couple of days ago, which was absolutely amazing as well. So the reason why we've been able to raise so much money is this prize, $40, is still going to go to our members, but football prizes, the £100 they give me is going straight to Kieran. So check them out in the link below. And now, because I'm bored of talking to myself now, let's get the guys in. So first of all, we'll start with John. How's John today?
Hey, I'm very good. I'm so excited to talk to you again, and of course our guests. Tremendous.
Yes, absolutely. And let's bring them in. So we've got
you ready?
Kieran, we've got Sue, we've got Yvonne. How are we doing?
Hey.
Yeah. I'm getting good at this now. So it's great to have you on. Thank you for reaching out, Sue, especially because obviously I put a tweet out asking, who's the mother of this child. We want to speak to them. We want to feel that passion, and we want to find out what it's all about. So thank you for reaching out. I mean, do you want to explain to yourselves who you are from the... Was this our game, by the way? Was it the same game or was it
the match? Yeah.
different? So,
Yeah.
Sue, you're the mum, and then Yvonne, you're the grandma, and obviously Kieran's Kieran. So, how long have you been going to games? Is it just because of Kieran that you've been Kieran's granddad that you've started going to games, or have you been going before Kieran was around?
Since you were about, he's had a season ticket now for about 3 years, and he goes 2 or 3 years, and he goes there with Granda because apparently the girls aren't allowed to go because he can't wear.
That is brilliant. I love it. How old is Kieran now?
Kieran's, how old are you?
Come on,
12.
Mum.
Yeah.
Well,
I love it. So he's been going since he was 8. That's incredible.
Yeah. He went to matches before that, but he got his season ticket when he got to an age where he could do it more often and things, and he absolutely loved it.
I love it. Absolutely love it. There's a super chat already flown in there. Says another £5 to go into the pot. Well, thank you, Paul. Now, Paul, I believe his son is deaf as well. So obviously Paul knows what it's all about, which is amazing for him to do that. Right, it all started months ago, didn't it? So, I mean, we didn't know anything about this until probably a week leading up to it, and that's why we were all a bit surprised. We were a bit, well, the club should be shouting and screaming about this for weeks on end, but no, they kept it quite secretive. How did it all come about, Sue? How did you get into Kieran get in contact? Was it through his deaf club or was it through something else?
So well, we've known for about 4 months now, 4 or 5 months. The school just contacted us one day and said Newcastle might be launching something quite big. Some of the children may be a part of it. And then about a month later, I got an email with a disclaimer in that I had to sign. And then,
God, so it is secretive.
Oh yes, it was huge. Like, I was sworn to secrecy. I've been bursting to tell everybody. But yeah, so we had this disclaimer to sign, and then nothing really happened. And then he was asked to go to the foundation. Was asked to go to the foundation with the other children, and then that's when they done the filming. And then literally as it got launched on the TV, that's when I knew it was getting launched. So it was a massive secret, even though I knew it was still a huge secret. All the dates were secret. So the only people who knew was really Newcastle United and Seller.
Wow. I don't know why they kept it such a secret. I don't know if it's because they wanted to be explosive sort of news, or whether I don't know. I just thought
I think it was because they didn't want other clubs to jump on it because it was in the pipeline.
Right.
Yeah, that's good.
And we wanted to be the first. And if anybody, we're keeping you up. But I think because other clubs might have picked up on it, they wanted to be the first. And good for them for doing it, I think.
Yeah, we're very proud that they broke this ground. I mean, very proud. It was a magical day. They put on a big promotion, and what a result we had that day. It just made everything fantastic.
Let's get to that a little bit further, because it's all going to come. Don't you worry. Don't spoil it, John.
But all was right in the world that day.
Yeah, definitely.
And you couldn't have picked a better game, to be fair. So this obviously was at the Newcastle Foundation. I played football there once for a charity game.
You've got Gary, who's the gentleman in the middle. He was the one that brought it to the school from the foundation. You've got lovely Mandy. She's the Stanley Deaf Club. And these are Percy Headley children and some others, with friends and that from Percy Headley School.
Oh, wow. So for Kieran, what was it like meeting Kieran Trippier and Dan Burn?
What was it like when you met Dan Trippier? You got a shock. Yeah. Got a shock.
They came to your school, right?
They met them at the foundation. That was
okay.
So they're all there at the Newcastle Foundation pitch on top of the roof.
It must have been
the foundation itself, yes.
It must have been a surprise to look up and see them coming in.
Yeah, you got a fright, didn't you? You got a fright. And then when you got to play football, what did you say about Kieran Trippier. Why?
He
said he
wasn't
was
very good.
Yeah, he wasn't very good.
He wasn't very good. I love it.
And how did you get more penalties than him?
Yeah.
Kieran got more penalties than him.
Brilliant.
Kieran told him that he was crap.
He was injured. He is injured, remember?
Yeah, he is.
I'm trying to.
Dead. And I don't care.
I love it.
We miss him out there.
Oh, we do.
And insider stuff, yeah.
Brilliant. Gary, thank you very much for the $9.99. That goes in the pot as well. So we're getting higher there.
Name's Gary, £10.
It's all adding up. It'll all add up. So can we ask? Obviously, Kieran wears like an ear, and it's into his. So is he fully deaf, or is he partially deaf because of the
implant?
Implant?
So Kieran was born profoundly deaf. He had 20% hearing in one side, and then he had an MRI scan throughout his hearing tests as a baby, and then he just completely lost the hearing he had. So he's profoundly deaf, and the cochlear implant helps him. I'm reading the comments, it's putting me off.
Yeah, it's a good comment, that one.
Yeah, but he hears differently to us, but his brain translates it. He learns the change, the words, how we would speak it.
Right.
So the brain slowly learns words and speech therapy and things like that at the school.
So we sort of
come on a long way.
Is it like we hear a lot more syllables and sounds? We hear millions of different sounds, whereas Kieran's very limited to like hundreds.
Yeah.
So the only way I can describe it is his sounds a lot more robotic than what we would hear.
Yeah.
Like a mechanical sound.
A bit like Stephen Hawking's chair with his
keyboard.
Yeah, it's sort of a bit like that.
It's hard to tell because only deaf people know.
That's a brilliant comment.
That's from grandfather.
Andy says going to have to sell trips now and hire Kieran instead.
Oh, Kieran.
Now and we're going to have to play for Newcastle instead.
Right back.
I can't beat Effie.
You'll beat everyone.
I love it.
That's great.
So that's Paul who's saying that basically what Leslie said about Kieran being straightforward is that we are pretty straightforward people when it comes to that, because we just get to the point. There's no point in mucking around with words, is there? So the other special thing was obviously RNID.
Me.
They were on the front of the shirt for the sponsor, and it was a great thing that Salah did, is that they give all the money from the sponsorship for that day to RNID. Can I ask, what do RNID do for you as a community for the deaf people? So we know they're part of it, but what have they done for the local side of things for the Northeast?
So it's like, you're probably better with all this because you work within school, but it's like they do all the inclusivity for the deaf community and the sign inside of it on the TV, things like that. So we don't really see that side, if that makes sense. They do a lot of from a personal perspective, background stuff to help the community. And they've played a huge part in being able to bring this about.
No, I'm not in school.
Yeah.
I'll probably get wrong for some of these answers because I'm making if anyone's there who wants to put us right, feel free.
You got to just tell it from your perspective. That's great.
That's the whole idea of it today, is to find out what you guys get from it, basically, and what Kieran gets from it and enjoys it. So this was obviously, like I say, a groundbreaking shirt. This was the shirt itself with is it vibration sensors on it?
Yes.
So some of the questions I want to ask is, like, was it comfy? Because obviously to have was it heavy?
It was so good. He said it was so good.
That's great. That's great to hear.
I would say the only complaint was all the children thought it was maybe a little bit heavy for small.
That's what I was thinking.
So they all had the shirt tucked in, because if not, they were hanging quite. They weren't very, very heavy, but for a child with additional needs and a lot of sensory, like Kieran only wears certain clothes. He found that a little bit more difficult, but he loved the shirt that much, he would never take it off.
Oh, it looked really nice. And does it actually have blue lights in it? Or is that it does?
So we're lighting up the crowd. If it was dark, you would have seen them flashing away.
That's terrific.
Should have that in all shirts.
Yeah, I think people are going to get jealous. They're going to want to wear that too.
I know.
So looking at it, there's 8 sensors on the front. Were there on the back 8 sensors on the back, and then with some in the arms as well? Was that how it was?
How many?
About 1, 2. Actually, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's one on the back.
8, I think so.
Oof, yeah. So 8 on the front, and I know that there was there some there?
No,
No,
back.
Near your bum.
Down the bottom.
There was some at the bottom next to his bum because he said he could feel his bum shaking.
When the other team were making a noise, but that did not happen very
People
often.
behind.
Yeah.
Tottenham fans.
Tottenham fans, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Tottenham fans, so that wasn't vibrating very much because they're all left.
Brilliant.
But you thought
So when
abs, didn't you? On your belly.
so there is quite a lot of sensors in there. I can understand why it would be heavy. Was it just vibrating when we were? It's all right, you can yawn away. It's fine. I'm tired as well. You'll stop me off. I always yawn.
Everybody's yawning now.
Yeah, exactly. So when the vibrations were going off, was it just when we were scoring goals, or was it actually when there was an attack happening? Could you feel it? Were there also when Spurs were attacking, was it vibrating as well to say that something was happening?
When Newcastle was singing, he says that
Newcastle dancing.
Yeah.
The Tottenham fans practice say, now Tottenham say shut up.
right.
I love that. I love that personality, Ciaran. I love it.
So when one side of the stadium was singing, the sensors on that side would vibrate along the same side. On the other side, they would vibrate, yes.
Back and far.
And the back was the away fans.
Yeah.
So whatever side of the crowd was louder would vibrate stronger. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Now-
That'd be difficult to work out though, wouldn't it? I wonder how they do it.
Probably vibrate more, yeah.
I heard that they're going to try to keep this going at Newcastle, and I don't know if they've communicated to you folks to let us know if you want to wear the shirts, because we'll have everything set up, but we just got to make sure to connect you or whatever.
So the shirt itself, it's not ready to sort of mass send out because there's still tweaks that need to be made.
Right.
Obviously, the shirt's coming out as well, so it's pointless making the shirt.
Yes, Adidas are bringing obviously the new sponsor, aren't they?
But I think, don't quote us, that the shirts are going to be made for the deaf community to be able to sort of hire for matches and things.
Well, I was going to ask that about hiring. Would it be a hiring thing? Because they'll be expensive to buy, won't they?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure the children have had to give their shirts back, unfortunately.
Oh.
But I think that they are going to be given a shirt.
Oh wow, that'd be amazing. Because I say they are expensive, aren't they?
There's a lot of technology in them, you know. And
Yes.
Yeah, so.
That's mint. I love it. So you all got to be mascots as well on the day.
Darcy
From school?
Yeah, from school.
Who did Kieran walk out with?
Oh,
Who did you walk out with? And Mama went crazy.
Sure.
Ready?
Go out with?
Can you,
Bruno!
Oh,
right.
can you sing your song? Go
Can you
on,
sing it?
just a little bit.
You're putting pressure on him now.
You got Bruno.
Bruno. Bruno.
Bruno in the middle.
So he was at the back of the line of children, very shy.
Right.
And just because he was so shy at the back, Bruno was at the back as well. So you ended up getting Bruno. And then
That's a very shrewd move, Kieran.
It is.
and then Mammy, Grandma, and Mandy from school all were videoing you, and we went crazy, didn't we? Oh, he's got Bruno.
Yeah.
And we're like, can we touch your shoulder now? Weren't we?
Poor Bruno.
What was Bruno like?
Listen.
What was Bruno like?
What did he do when you walked down there?
Was he nice?
What did he say to you?
No, just
What?
come on, BB.
He went, what did he do? Pat you on the head, laughed, didn't he? And then grabbed a hold of you like that, didn't he?
Yeah.
And you went, yeah,
And he said he had massive hands.
like huge hands. And he was laughing.
Oh, the
The
goalkeeper.
goalkeeper. Oh,
Tottenham.
he said the Tottenham keeper had massive hands
But
Oh,
she
did he?
when you shook them.
Well,
Well, you can't
Well,
see.
they weren't big enough, were they?
and that shit. Whoa, shut up.
I love it. Question from Isaac. Also, what did Bruno and Anthony Gordon sign? Bump two fists together, right over left 2 times, then pointed.
I think they were just doing rock, paper, scissors, you know.
Oh, right. Brilliant. Brilliant.
I think they were just punches, and then sort of, I don't know. I looked that up on the internet actually,
I'm guessing
and
the
it
back
was
of
rock,
the
paper,
shirt
scissors.
was
I think.
Very quiet in the back of the shirt.
Yeah, so it was quiet because obviously that was Spurs side,
Yeah.
was it? Or
He
Very
said
yeah.
it was very quiet on his bum.
Yeah.
I thought I heard a rumor the shirts had blue lights. Was that true? Yes, we mentioned that. We're obviously behind on some of the chat now.
Signing up to the
Our
Tottenham.
Kieran's abs.
Yeah.
How are your abs feeling
Yeah.
after taking?
Yeah.
You're not getting.
muscles.
He's got muscles
Yeah.
now.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
I
hope
could,
it wasn't the magic hat. So I love it.
I could use a shirt like that if it's going to help my abs. Oh,
Same.
Yeah,
same.
I think 52,000 Geordies could use that shirt. To be fair, there's not many fit lads out there, is there?
The vibration of the shirt was so strong. You can imagine the
Yeah.
noise in the crowd for the hearing.
Yeah.
Me and my mum could actually hear the vibration of the shirts when they
Oh,
were.
my
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's how that's how strong they were.
that's
That's
just
class.
got to make for a wonderful experience for the
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
It was just great.
Because they can feel the direction the noise is
Wait a
coming
minute,
from as well, which
who-
is
of course
really
it-
good.
I
You're
don't see it.
at the back in that picture.
Well, you were too shy, Kieran. You were at the back. That was the problem. So everyone got the pictures at the front. Someone pointed out to me on Twitter there was a lovely moment with Dubravka in the person little child he was looking after. He said that apparently he didn't do any of his warm up. He was just looking after the child because they were very nervous. Can you confirm that? And I don't know if you saw that or not.
That was Evie Jean, the
Right.
small blonde girl,
Yeah.
and her
Yeah.
mum had to come out because
Oh.
she wouldn't hold his hand. And do you know what it is?
Oh,
She's,
wow.
she's the cheekiest little girl in the world.
It's absolutely amazing.
All day, my mum works at the school. All day, Evie Jean was going, Grandma, to my mum all day. Like, and she was the cheekiest little girl. So, no idea why she couldn't go on.
It's
That's
lovely.
right. Well, you'd be surprised with kids though sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, 52,000 people in the stadium as well. It must be, quite daunting in a way.
Yeah,
Um,
it is.
Just
I've
that
never
way.
been a mascot. So,
Yeah.
how do you sign Tottenham Hotspur? It's happening again.
Oh, God.
Well, we would just say, when Kieran,
Kieran, come here.
you know when you're saying Tottenham, it's happening
Again.
again.
Oh,
You know when you're
Go on, show
saying
them.
he was shouting up to them, he's going crying like a baby goodbye. He was saying them.
Well, you can't call
No, you
people
can't
fat. He is calling them fat.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right, show them.
Show them what you were doing
Go on
when you
then.
were shouting. You were
Go on.
saying you're crying and you're shouting goodbye.
What were you saying?
No.
See you later.
See you, Mama.
Brilliant.
Well, Tottenham's so easy.
Oh, hey, I've been a fan long enough to remember when we were literally we made Tottenham our little bitch. We used to beat them 7-1, 5-1, 5.
I know,
We used to batter them
crazy.
all the time, didn't we?
Sure.
People are laughing at you.
I don't know, laugh all you mean, you stupid kid.
He's like, you're talking about away people now.
Tell them
I
what
love
you
it.
think about Sunderland.
What do you think about
Oh,
If it's surely.
What do you think of Sunderland? What do you think of them?
But not
You like them?
Do you like
I
Sunderland?
don't like them.
I thought you liked them.
Don't sweat.
No swearing.
I'm not
Well, you
sure.
can swear if you want.
Oh, wait.
He's like, I
What do
support
you think of
Newcastle.
Sunderland?
Are they a good team?
Surely.
I think that reaction says it all, doesn't it?
Listen,
Oh, listen,
I think that's
listen.
my call.
surely. No, maybe Charlie. You guys are pretty Charlie. Everything.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought my car alarm was going off.
Oh, that's all right.
Don't worry about Mama. Come on, baby, go for it. Yes.
Yes, right. We'll not talk about your girlfriend. So you don't like Sunderland
This is so flash.
because they're just so rubbish.
That's true.
That's the truth.
It is true.
It is. I put a bet on them to get relegated. It hasn't gone as well as I thought it would, but I was close.
Money on tips.
Actually, this is surely just fat money. No so.
It was only a fiver. It was a silly bet. But they would have won $2,000 if they'd gone down. I thought it was worth a try. Alarms tend to go off when you say the word Sunderland.
You see the word Sunderland.
I love it. So obviously the game goes on. We've found out about the vibrations and we come to this moment. Obviously, this is the one that captured the hearts of the nation, basically, of all the Geordie nation.
Oh my
Just
god!
look like
It
it just looked. It was just a. It just looked a pure magical moment and pure joy, basically. So was this the first goal, or was it the second goal?
I think that was the second goal because we were very close together.
Yeah, that's a true.
Yeah.
Second
Yeah,
goal.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
That's
mean,
when-
the first
that's
goal
when
goes
first
in. It
goal
was
goes.
magic, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah.
Did it feel fantastic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your muscles were aching.
With a shirt.
Yeah, that was
So what?
that was like a minute. That was just a minute
Yeah.
after the last goal. It was
Gordon
scored that one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
the
he just
second one,
did
yeah.
with all the excitement, he just didn't know where to go, and I just happened to be sitting behind him, and he would just grab us because he didn't want to grab the
Yeah.
girl sitting next to him.
I'll
because he
go
didn't want to hurt them.
Yeah, he's so shy, and so because even though he knew the children next to him, even though he knew the children next to him, he wouldn't celebrate with them because it's too much for him. So he just sort of turned around and grabbed the first thing he knew.
It's brilliant. I think it was like it's happened again. So
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's what you were
That's what
singing,
it-
wasn't it? It's happened again.
Yeah.
Oh, he's telling us I've got grey hair. I know.
Well, that's nice of him.
She pushed him.
I'm
Well,
fit.
you know,
She E5. I pushed him nine.
Right. Token, interview member, responsible.
You can be as silly as he wants to be.
hey, Baz, that's the moment that really captured everybody, and it's
It
because
was.
that's
Yeah.
how we feel when we're at a game and there's a magical moment. That's how we all feel. But
Yeah.
to see Kieran experience that too was just magical. And it wasn't just there in the UK. We felt that all the way over here in the US. It was beautiful.
Well, Kieran is very, very, very passionate, aren't you,
Yeah.
about Newcastle?
You
Very
love Newcastle
passionate.
so much.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He
So
loves them.
Kieran celebrates quite a bit at matches, like normally.
Yeah.
Obviously, this match was extra special because he had obviously the shirt and things, and it did really enhance his experience, and he loved it, absolutely loved it. But as a parent, for me to know how much joy, like I get this joy every day with Kieran, and just for people to see how amazing he is and how much, like how precious he is and how joyful he is, like honestly, it means the world to us that everyone's had that little moment of Kieran. Well, I just love every second. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I just want to go back into some good comments. Your dad, Sue, obviously you just dropped £20. You should have kept it. He should have kept it in his pocket and given it to you.
I said he was skin.
I love it. Oh, wow. Well, there you go. Hey, we all lie about our money. We never tell everyone exactly what we've got.
No, that's
regular school.
There's a good question from Paul here. Does Kieran do a regular school and has his last weekend made him a celebrity with his schoolmates?
Right.
Kieran,
I work at Kieran's school. Kieran goes
And
to
the
Northern
Huma.
County School,
Yeah.
which is the needs, and there's all the varied, special needs there. So it's a wonderful school, absolutely amazing. And not just because I work there, but it is. If you'd admit,
Did he get a guard of honor?
when he was little, he had non-verbal, no signing, no anything, and the things have done for him is absolutely outstanding. I can't see anything negative about the school because it's wonderful.
Oh, that's
And
brilliant.
he is a little bit of a celebrity in school at the moment.
Did he get a guard of honor on the way in?
I think it's everywhere he goes. So he's had his football training today and yesterday. And do you know what it is? It's like half of it isn't even the kids, it's the dads. And they're going,
Brilliant.
that you can see the moms going, don't do it. Don't do it. And the dad's like, I've had to come over. I've had to come over. My arm hair was on end. My arm hair was at that moment with that pen. And I'm
That's
just,
so sweet.
just stood there going, I want to play football.
Yeah. Leave us alone.
That's so sweet because that's how I felt. That's exactly how I felt.
It is. It's how we all felt when we saw it. We nearly missed the second goal because of the first one. And in the crowd, I'm like, what's going on? I can hear noises. Why isn't my shirt
We
vibrating?
completely forgot that there was actual cameras, like
I know,
TNT
yeah.
streaming to the TV, because we had so many cellar cameras in front of her for the documentary that's going to be released, I think, on Deaf Awareness Week, like the final part of the campaign.
Oh, that's great.
We were getting filmed, so we were sat there. I didn't even feel I was at the football because the cameras were here. And so we're just thinking, Kieran, don't swear, don't swear, don't swear.
I go there.
Obviously, when we're seeing this photograph, I was like, where have they got that from? And obviously, I was like, oh, it's been on the telly.
Yeah. The whole thing was just brilliant.
Yeah.
It's so great to hear a mom's perspective.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Don't
get me
swear,
wrong, I
don't
love
swear.
football, but I was a bit like, there's cameras.
Yeah. I love it. Please don't embarrass me.
Like, sit good.
He just ignored the cameras totally, didn't
Yeah,
he?
Kieran just was totally.
You can
forgot
tell.
what was
He
like.
didn't know the cameras were there. He was basically watching the match. He
It's
was
like-
not bothered by
Yeah,
it at all.
we had to do a bit of a lap around the St. James's after the Mascot. So we had to sort of run around the building, and all Kieran was bothered about was like, I've missed 3 minutes. He was like, come on.
Brilliant.
And I was like, he
Brilliant.
didn't even care about the players. He's like, I want to be on your seat and I want to be watching this game because I love them, sort of thing. Like
That one, how was
Proper fan. That's what it is. Proper fan. How was Monday at Kieran's at school, Kieran? Now you are the most famous man in the Northeast.
yeah, that's good.
the taxi drivers.
What
When
were
we
they
walked into
saying?
school.
Me?
Yeah, we were walking.
When you went to school on Monday.
School on Monday. When football
Oh,
started.
yeah, you
Sit
mean?
down then,
You
sit down then.
guys are for
No.
No, when we walked into school.
When you went back to school.
What did the minibus like drivers? What did they do? When me and you were
Or
walking
wanted
into
to talk
school.
to you.
No, they were. We walked up the path into school and they all started cheering and
Oh,
clapping.
yeah.
Yeah.
Were you embarrassed?
No, you stupid fucker.
He hasn't even got Tourette's, you know.
Well, it's not on his
Hey,
diagnosis anyway.
we've all been there. Leslie says, to see the joy is bringing today, I feel blessed to be witnessing this. Thank you. She said, which is very nice as well. So, Leslie's a moderator, we call them on the show. She makes sure that everyone in the chat has been kind and not being silly. Seeing that the joy on Kieran and the other kids' faces brought the hardest of tears. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone was so touched by that moment.
Oh, it was
Oh,
beautiful.
thank God,
Happy
baby.
cry.
No, don't cry, stupid.
He said,
Don't
don't cry.
Stupid.
So for this game, they moved you to a different section. I guess they had everybody together, right?
Yeah.
Pretty close to the pitch, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess that's to keep the whole group together, and of course for the Cella cameras and the RNID. But it was just great to see the whole group there having a good time, and Yeah, that's why we almost missed that second goal, I think. The cameras,
Right, because even we were sat there going, we're all sat down. Next thing you know, everyone's back on the field like, what's going on?
See, I was like Kieran at that time because I was watching it on TV, and I'm like, just get back, get off the kids. What's going on? I can hear the cheer. We're going to score again. Something's happening. And then we did. I was just like, we nearly missed it. But look at the kids.
You would have said exactly the same.
Yeah.
Get it off them kids and get back on it.
Andy says he would have been one of those dads as well who would have to go over and say something. Will the documentary be released by the club, or would it be released by all of them together, Salah or an ID in the club?
So it's, I think, as far, because it's so secretive still. As far as I'm aware, it's Deaf Awareness Week at the start of May.
Start of May. I look forward to that.
And I think what they're doing is they're launching the final part. It's like a 3-part. What they've been putting on the Newcastle page.
And Ryan,
like David and Ryan, who the older boys, who've been getting filmed. I'm sure it's getting released on Deaf Awareness Week, and like just the final bit, what was filmed at the match and things like that.
Right.
So I'm not 100%, but I've seen a couple of comments from things going, watch out for May.
Right.
So I think start of May, where it's sort of final pieces launch with the final bits of footage from the match with the kids and things.
I'm just writing this down. Right.
Finished?
He's having some fun there. I love it.
Movie stars have to do that, have to make
Supposed to do.
Stop it.
So obviously Dan Byrne did the celebration.
Yeah.
And obviously
What's last year? Yeah.
The celebration, you say.
the celebration. Is that not how you do it?
What you're saying?
Am I doing it wrong?
He's swearing. He's saying
All right.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it.
I thought I was doing that.
Turn your hands around.
Turn my hands around. That way, right?
Do it that way and think of
Right, okay. Oh yes, got that one now. We'll stay away from that. We'll go back to this because obviously Dan Byrne was doing it right. No, I wasn't.
Not that. Boy, I told me never in a fort. Why you done a fort, you stupid boy?
Man, you stupid boy, you shouldn't be doing that on here.
Well, it could have been just been clearing my ears out. So so Dan Byrne obviously did that at the celebration for the fans. He says he was going to do it when he met you on the rooftop. It was nice that he remembered, wasn't it? Because he didn't score, but he remembered about the celebration and he remembered about who was present.
Yeah, if you think about the adrenaline the players will have during a match, and the fact that he's remembered to do that, and I think it's like it doesn't matter if no deaf people seen that from the community. All that matters is the fact that somebody's tried and he's made awareness, and it gave like so many people acceptance within the football community. So you know what it is, we do matter and the players care about, because deaf people turn up to the match and they've never heard atmosphere, but they still turn up at every game. And I think that's a huge thing. Like you don't have the atmosphere, you don't have anything, and they still turn up and support the team. So I really appreciate that he done that. Andy's from Blythe, the same as Kieran. Big Dan Byrne.
From Blythe. You never Byrne. Do you know what? The expression of the little girl obviously makes it quite even more special for the cameras, because it looks like Dan Byrne's just done it for her. I know he's done it for everyone. He's done it in front of the cameras. It's for everyone to see, but it made her feel that little extra special, didn't it?
It's just like every kid that, to be fair, like it doesn't matter if like you're hearing deaf or whatever. Like I think everyone felt that happiness that it's like we support the team, and he's done that, and like it's just pride, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that it's our team that's actually done that.
Yeah, there's a good question. Where can everyone go to learn British Sign Language?
Oh, I know.
Lots of different
A
places.
lot of different places. I don't want to. Obviously, I can't really personally say certain companies and colleges.
There's
because-
individual.
Yeah, you can't specifically say, but you can do like there's night classes at colleges.
Right.
There's different companies. If you just pop into Facebook, BSL lessons and stuff. There's so many different levels. So even just learning your level 1 BSL.
Our beginners course is really handy because
Yeah.
like the main words will be in that one.
Yeah, it'll teach you the basics on how to communicate with a deaf person out and about.
Love it. Right. Santa Claus is in the building.
He is. He
We have,
is.
we have royalty. We have royalty in the background.
Oh, you ready?
Hey!
Say,
What's a real
what do you want for
Santa?
Christmas?
What do you want?
That's Geordie Santa.
Santa.
Nah.
Nah.
That's John's fault all the way down. That was nothing to do with
Oh,
it.
look, Kieran. Look.
Yes.
He did it right.
Hey,
He
thank
did it
you.
right. I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't.
Oh, that's kind, isn't it?
How you doing today, Dan?
Good morning, lads. It was a rough one last night. We had a good win away in Memphis, Tennessee for Monterey Bay. So
Wow.
worse for wear to this morning, but it's 6:41 over here. So
Yeah, it's early after a big Saturday game.
my daughter, my eldest daughter, speaks or knows ASL.
Yes.
Unfortunately, she's sleeping.
Don't blame her.
We'll kick her out of bed then.
Good morning or good afternoon to all of you. Good to see you.
Yeah.
So how are you, Dan?
I'm all right. I'm happy to be here. Yeah. Hi, Kieran. Hi, Sue. Hi, Graham.
Hi.
Nah, I know this.
So for you, Dan, obviously you
Yeah.
missed quite a bit, so we'll go back over a little bit of it very, very quickly. The picture,
That's
just what did it mean?
fantastic. It made my heart happy. It was so neat to see that. Yvonne,
That was awesome.
that was just a wonderful picture. Just the two of you there sharing that moment. It was so neat. And you had a heck of a day there. I would think that would just belter.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Was
Easy side.
easy sign.
Easy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh, even knows a little bit of ESL, he's saying.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Why did they have two different ones though?
That's it.
Why is there two different sign languages?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
as you know, American English is kind of a bastardization of a whole bunch of different languages and such. So, it's just, I have a feeling it has more to do with gestures than the language itself.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
making,
Yeah.
Interesting. See, you learn something new every day when you're on this channel. You really do.
That's right.
Why not unite the nations? Like I say, different parts of speak differently, so that sign it in the way that they might speak to everyone understands
Exactly.
what's going on. Is that?
Yeah.
Is that what it, that
Yeah.
It's
makes
easy
sense.
to drive with American Sign Language.
Right. Is this
Look at that.
Kieran's normal seat, or was this at the same thing?
Okay, looks.
This is when he was getting a bit annoyed with the ref, I think.
Yeah.
Good for
That's
you.
what we're all like at the match. That's what we
Yeah.
do. We get out of our seats and we scream at the referee. I'm
Yeah.
looking at
Is that
telly,
what-
but the shirts do look quite big, don't they?
Yeah.
The shirt,
So Kieran's shirt he was given was a size too big for him.
yeah, I was going to ask that. It looked a little bit big.
Obviously, it was quite big for him, but I think because obviously the sensors are obviously inside of it and the vibrating pads, it weighs it down so it looks bigger as well again.
Gotcha.
It just looks, what a view as well. It's a great seat.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Great.
I've sat there before, actually.
It is a nice
It's funny because I was asking Kieran, because he's obviously sat everywhere in the stadium, but he's obviously his seat. And I asked him, because at one point in the match he said, "Where's all the fans? Where's all the fans?" And I was like, "Well, they're around you." And Kieran's seat's at the top, where in the family area, and it's right beside the away fans as well.
Right.
So like the noise is like massive, and like all you can feel is like the chairs vibrating and things like that. So when he was sat at the bottom, he was like, it's very quiet compared. It sounded like there was no fans for him.
Right.
Whereas when he's up a height, so he actually said, "You like it better up, don't you?" No, you don't say it's because we're going to fight the top.
That's fantastic.
I do
We've got
contour
a little hooligan. I love it.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
he's at that age.
Maybe that's something you could recommend to Seller and RNID in the club. Is obviously if Kieran's used to being in the ground and feeling it through his feet and through his chair, maybe that's something they can incorporate. Well, not just the shirt, but maybe in the feet as well.
Yeah, like I think because Kieran was saying, because obviously the top he said when you wore the top with the vibrations, it was better. Yes. But he said that like before that, if he's at a match and say his cochlear implant battery died, he would feel the seats shaking. So he's taught himself all of the Newcastle chants through vibration. So because obviously he won't be able to hear his sound, he can just feel. So he's taught himself what the crowd's singing through vibration if his cochlears were to die, so he can still be part of the crowd. Yes, when you don't have them on.
I don't have. So sorry.
That's amazing. That's clever, though. That is very clever to be able to pick something up like that.
And obviously, like with Kieran being born deaf, he's never heard speech or anything. So the words in songs and stuff might be words that he's never heard in his life, but he still will teach himself these words. And in his version, what he hears, but he knows every single song. Like I would say, the majority of his day.
Tell me, Mom.
Mommy, Mom.
We're going to Wembley.
Like it's all he listens to.
Wembley.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I heard that his favorite was E-I-E-I-E-I-O.
When we get to Europe.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
I love it. I love it.
I like that one too.
So I'm okay. I support you.
Baz,
This was a one, Dan.
did you see the answer? Did you see the answer from Jim Fell in the comments? That American Sign Language uses both hands, but they use one hand for the alphabet.
Yeah.
So,
That's crazy. I would have thought it was "We hate Sunderland, we hate Sunderland." It's a good chant. It's a good chant, but we don't really sing it these days, do we? What was happening here then?
Shall we?
So
I can't find Man's name.
Can you remember his name?
Sealer Man.
The Sealer Man.
Calling him the Sealer Man.
He's the owner. Is he the owner?
I think so.
I think so.
Man. He's the Sealer Man.
So
the Sealer Man. So Salah.
Okay.
Stella.
I like it.
Stella. This picture was taken when we're leaving, and he come running after Kieran to make us aware of how viral and famous he is all over the world.
That's
Wow.
right.
Photograph, and they actually wanted photographs of Kieran.
Brilliant.
Because they absolutely love him.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so they absolutely adored him, and they were like just standing talking to him for about 15 minutes, just wanting to get to know him a bit more and things, and just dead proud of him. And yeah,
That's
So-
wonderful.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's someone who obviously hopefully they're going to do something for you guys, for Kieran and for everyone else who's at the game, because their pockets are deep, so they better be reaching into
yeah.
That's right.
Looks like you're about to get-
I've taught them I want a house.
You want hey, aim big and you'll get something. That's the way to do it, isn't it?
Kieran wants a Lamborghini.
Guy on the right has a gun.
It's a
It's
phone.
a phone.
It's a phone.
Yeah.
Don't start rumors like that.
No.
Andy. Come on, you'll get us shut down.
Phone for Kieran's photograph. Tell them.
Yeah, exactly. Terrible.
Hey, Baz, I thought that was a really interesting perspective that Kieran had about where you sit in the stadium. It's so disoriented to change. And he's right. You know, I always like a vantage point where I can see everybody, not just the pitch, but I can see and feel everything going on. Yeah. And so that's
I'm
great.
the same. I like to be able to. I like to be higher up because you can see the tactics as well and the opening up as they play. And you can see things opening up more.
I've said that for 30 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yvonne, what did it feel like for you as a grandparent sitting in the stadium and Kieran turning around and doing that and then seeing all of that? What's it been like for you as well? Because obviously you're a massive part of that photo, not just Kieran.
I don't know. Probably in the right place at the wrong time, the right place for the photograph. But after seeing the photograph and what it's meant to so many people, I understand, yes, the emotion they feel looking at that picture is amazing because it doesn't need any words, and it represents so many people, and what the feeling is of having
You too, Kieran.
able to feel the same as everybody else within, that environment. Because we feel it all the time watching a match. He got the sensation of feeling the same as what we did. Yeah. And he just didn't know what to do with it. He was so, taken away with it. He didn't know where to put that feeling, and he just put it onto my head.
So much joy in one moment.
And the way he's handled everything, I'm very proud as a grandma. Because it's quite overwhelming what's been going on. Very overwhelming.
I can imagine.
Like we just live a quiet little life. Like we're
not anymore.
Social people. I'm just like, people are wanting to talk to him, man. It's like, well, you're gonna have to speak back. I don't know.
Baz, I think you used the operative word. It was joy. I mean, the picture just shows the absolute joy of the moment. Yeah. And like I said, it just made my heart happy. My wife, she's sleeping, but my wife she was bawling. She said, "Look at that. That's just so magnificent." I said, I know. Yeah. I said, this is going to be a big thing.
It's very rare that Kieran gets that feeling in other, he loves life in general, but it's very rare he gets that feeling when he can be himself and express himself.
Yeah. It's like,
and it looking,
Yeah, like Kieran's like very, very shy.
Yeah.
He's very anxious in social situations. He doesn't speak to other children because he's scared in case he's judged. He doesn't use his voice because he's embarrassed because he can't talk properly. And it's like Kieran's gone through a lot in his past, like a lot. And when he goes to the football, everything's left at the door. He's in that stadium and he's completely accepted. And I think that having this moment for Kieran's point of view, having this moment where he's seen so much love, and social media is a horrible place. Oh,
it is.
And to see so much joy from one photograph, and yes, it's like Kieran has gave people so much joy, but I don't think everyone, and this is for everybody who said something so lovely to him, you don't know how much you've changed Kieran's life on feeling accepted. And so everyone should be proud of yourselves for giving him so much joy in his life, because you've changed his future. I won't cry because I'm that emotional. But like thank you from I'm his mom, and I just want to say thank you to everyone for making Kieran feel like he's accepted and people are understanding the community a bit more. And I think I can speak for every parent who's got a deaf child that, how much it means like for your kid to feel accepted, because it's, it's going to do so much for him.
I was going to ask what's it meant for you and as a family. You kind of answered all that. You did my job for me.
Baz, can we go up to Paul Robson's?
Yeah, I was coming to that one. That was the next one. What does Kieran want to do for a career when he leaves school?
What to do when you're big?
So do you want to tell him what you like to do?
Actually, I know he's doing
So he wants to work in the zoo, he says.
He wants to work
Zoology.
but he
Love
also,
it.
what do you like to do?
More. You want to do more.
He likes to make videos on TikTok of football, don't
He
you?
does. He does it all.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Do you know what it is? I was
And
going to
let's
wait
say
for
what
the
you've
show
done
to
one
say.
today, because he
Yeah.
didn't realise he was live. His life dream was to go live on YouTube.
Oh, there you are. You're
Done
well,
it.
Done it.
I'm glad we've been able to help there. And
Yeah.
actually, I was going to ask you after the show, because obviously I said there was something I wanted to ask you with
Mm-hmm.
Kieran and all that sort of stuff. I would like Kieran to join our team.
Oh.
So the Through Black and White Eyes team. So what we would like Kieran to do
What?
Do some more.
is, so what we would like him to do is two videos, one before the match and one after the match, just signing what he thinks is going to happen in the game, and then a match review of the game. And we want to post that on our channel, and we want to make him the star of being able to get more deaf people involved in YouTube and in TikTok. And we will post his videos everywhere.
That's fantastic, Baz. That's
yes.
Sorry, he's yawning loads. It's because he's posted doing He's
It's
just being
absolutely
a child.
fine.
I'm like, stop it.
But that's an offer for him, and if it blows up and it makes money, we'll donate it. We'll do whatever we have to do. But we would like Kieran to be the little star of our team and do whatever he wants.
Start your career right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like you said,
Well, he's talking to animals right now.
yeah,
With the three of us.
without a doubt.
He's making his own zoo.
But yeah,
So Baz, over here, well, I guess it was on Twitter, so it was everywhere. But I mean, there was a CNN international video, the sport video, where so they talked to the two young lads who were trying on the shirt for the first time. I was trying to, I'm familiar with the technology. I was excited to see it being used in this format, but I wanted to know how quickly it would become comfortable to wear, if that makes sense. How quickly. And I just saw the surprise in both of them when all of a sudden it started to vibrate. It was like, oh, that was. It goes. It didn't hurt. It was just startling. That kind of thing. I missed. I'm sure I missed a lot. But did Kieran? I mean, did he say that to the two of you?
It's like the two boys on that interview, Ryan and David. I'll forget the names all the time. They're completely profoundly deaf, aren't they? Do they wear cock?
I'm not
So like obviously when you're deaf, your senses are heightened massively, like your sense of smell and feel. So obviously having that vibration sensation through, we can sort of hear a vibration, if that makes sense. But when it's if you're completely deaf, you're going to feel it more. So obviously you don't even hear it sort of getting switched on or anything. Do you know what I mean? So you get quite a startled fright. It'll be heard as noise, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like on the day for a little bit on the match that they had it turned down a little bit when
it was the first half.
Oh, right.
And then they said, did you have to ask them all if you felt it? Are you feeling okay about it? And they were all, it's meant,
Right, we'll crank it up like an electric chair.
Up to 11.
On number 10. And that's when they started, the lights were going more and stuff like that.
Brilliant.
They had to test it, they tested it prior to the match, but not to the extent, they were just easing them in. But I think they got the enjoyment out of them straight away. I think straight away. Yeah. Because it did say to the children, especially if the children struggle, will come immediately get the shirts off them and they can't switch them off. They can be switched off because obviously it's a huge deal. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. I was worried in case Kieran hated it. I was terrified. Yeah. And then I was shocked for him to say that he absolutely loved it. And now I'm worried, when's he going to get the shirt again? Because he's got to go to the match on Saturday and he's not got his top.
It's going to be a different back to like that experience again, and I'll be like, oh man,
I know it's been covered, but I mean, just the scenes, all the looks on all the kids' faces. Yep. Oh, sorry. All the looks on all the kids' faces. Yeah, Baz just stepped away for a minute. It was just wonderful to see, especially over here.
Yeah.
Because when we come over, it's a special occasion for us because we don't get to come over all the time.
Yeah.
But to see that particular day with that particular crowd, with that particular reaction, and that particular score, I mean, come on.
Oh yeah.
The kids must have been in high heaven, 2 goals in 95 seconds. It was,
I think people even said that the crowd was louder because everyone was told like you need to be as loud as you possibly can for these tops, and the crowd was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like it was insane. Like there was such a buzz, and there's always a buzz. There's always like but especially when the kids walked out on the pitch. Oh my God, I've never felt anything like it when I've been to a match. It was crazy. Absolutely. That was their first feeling of the shirt as well when they walked out.
Yeah.
So
certainly. When they came out the tunnel.
Yeah. It was absolutely crazy. Yeah.
Hey Sue, Dan and I just got back from Newcastle. We went to 2 matches.
We went to the West Ham game and the Everton game. Yep.
Yeah, we're kicking ourselves that we didn't stay for this one. I mean, it was just
big mistake.
we actually felt like we saw a really good match when we saw the West Ham match because we were losing 3-1 and we came back to win 4-3. It was magical for us. But then to see this 4-0 shutout and the big promotion of Sella and RNID. It was just fantastic. And it was, we're telling you that it was seen all around the world. It's not just here in America. It was seen all around the world, and it really touched all of us.
Yeah.
As humans, it touched all of us. And for Newcastle fans like Dan and I, it was extra special.
Yeah.
So, John getting a little choked up.
I'm good. I'm good.
Read the comments and he's off his brander and he's wanting to show a photograph
I don't know how we'll get it to the camera.
It's there.
Can you see what's in the background?
Can you see what's in the background?
Yes, I love it.
Who's that about, Kieran?
Drew Bitchy.
And that.
A video of people dressed up as dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I was there. I was literally second row from the front. So there's a row of 5, isn't there? And then there's the step, and then we were in the wings section. So I was right next to them as well.
Everton.
The Everton game, yeah.
Nice.
He said he's seen you. You were swearing.
I probably was. I'm not gonna lie. I do kind of get a little bit overexcited when I'm there. I'm trying to see the
and Baz was with his dad that day.
Oh, my
in the crowd.
That's right.
Yeah, there we go. I'll have to take my green screen off to show you it because it'll muck up. There we go.
Oh wow!
So I was literally just a little bit further down from where you were.
You were up and he was down.
Oh.
Is that good?
But I couldn't believe I had 2.
That was fun.
It was absolutely brilliant. Right, I need to hide my house now.
I do know the international sign language for Pickford. Isn't it?
Yeah, he's just been doing that on the side.
Pickford. Signing for Pickford. What is it?
Sure.
You better.
Sure. Pickford.
What is it?
There you go.
Everyone knows that one's probably the only sign that we do know.
Oh well, did you see it when it was live on the TV? And the commentator went in and said, "Isn't it fantastic that we've got all the children here today, in the crowd from the deaf community?" And this was live.
Signing with them, and I'm thinking,
Kieran sat there signing. At half
you can
time,
say it.
I'm going to go on that pitch and tell the referee he's shite. And Grandma went, "No, you're not, Kieran. Just sit there." Yes, I am.
Love it.
Me.
I saw your 2 faces at half time, and you look like
Well, we didn't know we were getting filmed, but we just kept saying, don't swear, don't
I
swear.
love it.
And what did you say to the ref? The ref? And what did you say? You're going to go on at half time and what? So everybody on TikTok there was people from the USA who does interpreting for soccer posted the video going, somebody called the interpreters because I know what this little boy's saying.
That is absolutely brilliant. I love it.
What's the BSL sign for shite? I think that's American.
Shit. One show him, Kieran. Shit. 2 fingers on the nose, right?
God, dude, like this? Oh, I like it. I'm going to teach my daughter that one.
But
Oh my God.
you don't do that one.
No, there's something you're not
He knows
doing.
quite a few signs from the football.
Yeah.
I bet.
Been teaching himself.
A lot of gestures.
You don't say that.
Yeah, that much swear, please. Oh, wow.
He's not allowed to swear.
I
He gets
hope he's-
in big trouble if he swears. But at the match, he's allowed to let it slip out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, okay.
Right. There are certain situations where you're allowed to sort of, you know.
There's time and place. That's correct.
Yes, exactly. Time and place. I love it. I love it. Right. Very quickly, just a couple of shout outs. Diacro, absolutely amazing stuff. Baz 20 for 20% off. $40 gift card will be given away this month. Now we normally do have £100 to give away to members for football prizes, but that £100 is going to the charity, which we're just about to talk about, because I want to give them the money instead of giving them back to members. A massive shout out to Lee's son, who was involved in an MMA fight last night. He unfortunately lost his fight. But it was on a technicality because the referee thought he tapped out and he hadn't, and he was actually winning the fight as well, which is a bit of a shame. But they raised over £700 for mental health, which is just incredible. So congratulations to them. You can still go on the Just Giving page and give some money to that as well if you can. So Sue, as I say, I promise we will be donating basically everything the channel makes this month, profit wise, will be coming to a charity that you choose, which is part of whatever Kieran's involved in. We're up to £86 on the channel, £100 sponsorship, that's £186. There's money today that's been donated, which will be added to it as well. So I think we're going to be over £200 by the end of the day.
I was going to say, I know I've put some in, but I'll round up 14. Let's do it.
Well, there's still 9 days to go till the end of the month. So when YouTube finishes totaling what it is for the month, that's when we'll put out how much it is.
Got it. All right.
So can you tell us and explain where the money's going to go and what benefit that money's going to give?
If you explain about the death of Joe and Mandy.
Oh, yes.
So a little bit of background of why we want this to go.
Yes.
So Kieran's chose for it to go to, you say the next bit, I'll say this bit, so I'll just cry on the other bit. So Kieran's chose for it to go to his Stanley Deaf Club, which is run by Mandy Davison.
Mm-hmm.
It's ran by just the people who attend. So every 2 weeks, Kieran goes on a Wednesday night. They have raffles, bingos, and things like that. And everyone just brings a prize, and it's ran that way.
Right.
And every October, we'll go to Blackpool with the full Deaf Club as a trip. And all the children will save money to give the children a little bit of spending money while they're there.
Yeah,
and it's all out of sort of Mandy's pocket type of thing. And I think, and obviously the room needs to be paid for it to go ahead every time it's open, and just to take a bit of strain off because they work so hard for the community. And all the children there are actually at the match, so all the kids will get
Super.
but there's a little bit about the Deaf Club that I want my mum to say because I'll cry.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Well, I think Kieran wanted it to go there especially because it was,
Talking
he
about
had a deaf granddad there. He was like Mandy's dad, who was always there, and every time you said, "Who's that?" you'd go, "Granddad, Granddad." And it's his anniversary, passing away.
All right.
It's a year ago, so I think it's the best place for it to go.
That's lovely.
Granddad Deaf would have been Very, very proud. He would have been so proud.
And he also ran a deaf club.
Yeah, he also ran a deaf club
He ran it as well. Wow.
Yeah, they sort of dedicate their life to it, to the community, and I just think they do a lot of hard work and
just take the pinch
yeah,
a little bit
just takes the strain off,
a little bit,
and it's directly going back to who needs it, and yeah, but we'll say this, mind, Granda Joe was a Mackem. But when we used to go to Blackpool, we would hang a Newcastle United shirt on the back of his chair before he sat down, and he'd go nuts at Kieran.
Well, we can't all be perfect, you know.
Well,
some are closer than others.
I think he knew that.
I love it. So it's a fantastic cause, and we're glad to be putting the money towards that. Is there a Just Giving page that you can set up for them and see if we can send it out and get some more money donated to them?
Or more information about the Stanley Club, the Deaf Club. Is there any? Do they have a website or a Facebook page or something?
There's it's just ran through.
They do have a Facebook.
They've got a Facebook page. Yeah,
I don't know if you want to.
I think it's a closed group though. It's a private group just for the.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yep.
But we can make sure that anything goes to there. You know.
Yeah, it's all dealt with Mandy directly, and we're quite close as a community sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking if you set up a Just Giving page for the trip, we might be able to get people to donate for you to the trip as well. If the club want to set up the Just Giving page, we'll be happy to push it.
The expenses have gone really up, and it's difficult.
Yeah, like everything's so expensive now, and the bus prices just to get there is trebled, and it's something that brings the whole community together, and it's done every year and the same time, and the kids. And adults, kids, everyone just looks forward to it. We'll all go down on the coach together. We're together every night. It's so good for the community. And there's not really much out there for the deaf community. So so important.
Well, if Joey Barton can raise 20 grand for the solicitor fees to fight some stupid cause, I'm sure we can, set up a Just Giving page through them, and then be able to get.
Getting up and all go down in Lamborghini.
I know, forget. And you come along for the ride as well.
Helicopter, private jet.
Just a GoFundMe page or something. Maybe we can get that started.
Well, if that's what you do, that's lovely. To do.
Yvonne, if you reach out to them and say, we're willing to push it, but they would have to set it up because the money's got to go to them. Because if we set it up, it'll make it a bit more difficult for the channel of the money. You speak to them, say, can you set up a Just Giving page for the Blackpool trip, what the target is they want to raise, and then we'll push it through all the social media accounts and try and get donations for it.
I know she will, man.
She will, but just tell her where
won't accept anything, but
we want it done.
I mean, it's not just the Blackpool trip. It's there's parties put on at Easter, Christmas for the kids, and buffets are paid for, prizes. Easter eggs, throughout the year, there's so much. It's it would be nice to have a little pot just to go I can relax a little bit, and
call it a
at the end of the day, it all comes out of your pocket, doesn't it? Because they start, running raffle tickets. You're paying for the raffle tickets, and it's kind of like a circle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's if there's not many people there, then less money goes in the pot. There's less money to fund it, so then we'll lose the room. It's just a cycle, and it's because it's just a community-run thing.
And the kids love it,
and the kids absolutely love it. It's like a little game, isn't it?
Maybe it could just be raising funds for them to make sure that they have that room.
For the year.
Time. So Yvonne.
Just make the kids happy. That's all I care about. The kids being happy and be able to have because it's hard for kids in the community to make friends because everyone lives so far away, and nobody lives close together. So it's a little base for the kids to see each other. So I mean, Kieran's best friend lives about half an hour's drive away. His other best friend lives about 40 minutes away. It's when do you have the time to sort of get them together? So it is so vital for the Deaf Club.
As Andy said, if Mandy is interested in setting it up, we would be happy to publicize it. Absolutely.
more eyes on it, and then you get money from outside of the community that you wouldn't have got anyway, and then that adds to the bucket. You know, I think it'll be
got a new one.
You got a new one. What happened there?
Look at this. Watch.
Hey!
My computer will do that.
You know, it will. It will, yeah.
Will it?
I don't think. Oh, it's
Look at
really.
that.
It's really working today.
And you get the fireworks. It doesn't work for me because I'm the. Because I've got a green screen on. There we go.
It might be the green screen. It might be the green
I
screen
think it will be.
feedback.
Yeah.
Because on our show yesterday, John was able to get the fireworks to go.
Yeah,
And he was hosting. So,
Clever, isn't
but
it?
that was
Just gotta
neat.
work.
that was
I'd never
new.
seen that one before. That was neat.
Just trying to make it work.
How does it do that?
You got weird thumbs, Daz. That's it.
got
It-
thumbs.
it-
Give me a thumbs up. Nah, doesn't work for me.
there you
For
go.
some reason, it works for everybody else, but maybe because I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
look.
not special enough.
Yeah. See, yeah.
Order.
So we on a private chat we tried the one finger salute that we do here in America, where you guys have the. I want to make sure I'm facing the wrong way so that I'm not.
Balloons.
We're learning all kinds of things today. That's fantastic.
To the away fans. You see,
I need to look into StreamYard and what they actually offer. It's mental.
That's fantastic. All
that's
of these things have been, but I mean, this one just knocked me out. I was just sending a.
Do that.
It's the,
See if it
I
does
can't even do the heart. Never mind. There we go.
you don't have to FaceTime, it's just on the PC.
Wow.
See if you can do it.
I've never
See,
seen
like,
that one before.
On FaceTime. He's like, I can do it on FaceTime.
Stop.
Oh,
stop.
everyone can do it. Oh,
This-
you get noticed.
That gets us balloons.
We'll not do that
I
side.
gotta figure all those out.
I'm gonna have to go on StreamYard and find out what they all are.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm just looking forward to doing two side language and pre-match videos now, so we don't have to yawn at Basel. Thanks, mate. Cheers, Andy. Appreciate that.
No, that
Right.
would be. I would love to see the pre-match and post-match reactions
Yeah.
from Kieran. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Same
If he's willing to do that for and like Baz said, he'll put them on TikTok, he'll put them on YouTube, he'll put them on Twitter. I mean, we'll
yeah.
that'll just be fun.
Yeah.
But our
And there'll be a way.
our little correspondent.
Yeah, and it'll be a way for him to
Right,
gain some more social skills, to be able
Yep.
to feel
Yep.
more part of the
Included.
community, you know, included. It'll also help him to learn ways of making the videos better. Just gives him something to
Yeah.
do. If he wants to do it, it's
He's
entirely up to you as a
all
family.
the time, and he's forever making little, and he doesn't put his face in on his TikTok personal one. He just makes like Newcastle videos and what match day videos on his cut cap and things. But he spends ages doing it, bless him. And it's just like, and he's so interested in the sort of social media. It's like trendy, isn't it now? If he sees a streamer at the match, he's like, "Oh my god!" Sort of thing.
So famous.
Like, and that's the thing. So
Brilliant.
wait there. So that's his TikTok videos he does.
There you go.
Hooray.
That's wonderful.
I love it.
He's got 600 followers, haven't you?
Yeah, a lot.
Wow.
All right.
That's mint. That's
Yeah.
really good going.
But he just
Takes a
does
long time to get there.
different
It does.
teams in Newcastle of things he finds on the internet of pictures, and you're talented, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're a very,
I love
very
it.
clever boy.
I love it. Well,
Now we just-
hopefully,
Now we just gotta get Kieran to become a fan of Monterey Bay FC.
yeah, Monterey Bay FC. Yeah.
That's Dan's local club.
That's my local team. It's 8 minutes from here to the stadium. So
Oh, Jesus.
Close.
so
Forest players falling into the crowd.
Who were you
Oh,
listening
no.
to yesterday at home? Blythe Spartans. Oh, you could hear Blythe Spartans losing in the back garden.
5-1.
Oh no, that's not good.
He was
Wait a
trying
minute.
to play football, and all you could hear was what?
That's not bad. What about Newcastle? Shit.
Was he there?
Yeah, I'll show you.
There was a Newcastle player there, apparently.
Probably Dan Burn.
Probably Dan Burn. No, was it?
Show
But
you.
yeah, he's looking now. He's looking.
He's looking for it. I love it.
Oh, I'll show them. Lewis Hall.
Lewis
Oh,
Hall, there you go.
Yes,
Yep.
I saw that.
not
Yeah,
me,
he was at the game.
It's easy. I won't.
I thought it'd be Dan Burns.
You know, as a goal, that was
but there you go.
posted.
I think I saw that picture, to be fair.
I'm not.
Right, Sue, have the last word.
What?
Sue, have the last word.
I don't know what to say now.
That's put on the spot.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Well,
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you for coming on our show. Thank you for
Yeah.
including us, Baz. Me and
Yeah,
John.
Baz.
We
Bye, Sheila.
Yeah.
Hey, Baz.
I have to go by, so yeah.
Baz, I just want to say, it's a pretty dark world, but you brought magic to us, and it was wonderful. We loved it, and make the most of it. Make the most of it.
Yes, make the
Loving
most of
life.
it while you're in the spotlight.
Yeah.
What you say, Kieran?
Thanks so much. A massive.
Thank you so much.
Nice and
And that you would love to work.
No.
Okay, you love to have like parties at the football
Hey,
tournament.
over here.
Yeah, let me see you. I don't know what he's going to do.
So be aware you have to put it.
Right. Dad.
Well, we'll have a chat up there about it and
What we're doing.
what we're doing.
On.
No, he wants to get on my shoulders.
Right, you're making a
I don't know how that's going to work.
No, but I just
Mama.
see you tomorrow. No, I just thank you for having him on here. Obviously, thank you for that lovely
Don't
offer.
swear, okay?
I'm not swearing, don't you worry. Okay. Kieran said that you would rather if you didn't say again.
Yes, that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
No, but just thank you everyone for being so kind to Kieran, and because you've literally gave him an identity now, and he feels like he's got a bit of a purpose because he's been a little bit lost, and I think everything's come round at the right time for Kieran because he's been having a difficult time, we'll say.
well, he's coming into adolescence,
Right.
and it's an awkward time for any little boy. But I mean,
Yeah.
given his challenges, it's even more of that. So the fact that one, the club has adopted this group. Two, they've put them on the world stage.
Yeah.
Three, the world stage has now gone viral. And four, it's important to continue to have this community amongst the Newcastle fans. And the fact that that Baz was able to make this invite and you accepted this is just it keeps us closer together. That's it.
Would have stopped if I didn't respond.
And each of us individually roots for Newcastle, but now you know how big this community is. It's wonderful.
Yep.
No, it is. I think everyone's so kind, and as much as people can be absolute football hooligans and crazy, it doesn't matter who you support. Everybody has been just so kind to him, and it's like at the end of the day, he's just a little lad, and he was just sat in the right place at the right time, celebrating what he absolutely loves. And it's like it's obviously people have felt something from that, but like I say, for Kieran, it's totally changed things for him, and it's what he's needed. Because for me, as a parent, his confidence. That's all I care about.
Yeah. It was meant to be, Sue. It was meant to be.
Yeah, totally.
It was 100% meant to be.
Because he's passionate about Newcastle, and I think this confidence to come from Newcastle is unbelievable. So. But yeah, that's all. I can speak forever about him. Don't ask us any more questions.
But to be fair, they picked the right club, they picked the right fan base, and they picked the right kids. At the end of the day, it was a perfect mixture for a cake, and the cake is beautiful. And that's probably the best way to end the show on it.
Yeah.
And you're not biased at all.
No.
Exactly.
Of course we're not. We're not. But again, like I say, this sort of thing, there should be no colours involved. You know, the thing that happened to that
That's true.
young lad down the road at Sunderland who lost his life.
Yeah.
You know, both communities got together for that, and that's what we need more of.
Yeah.
Yes, we hate them, but we hate them on the football pitch. We don't hate them off the pitch. And
Exactly.
That's the same message that I preach here in the US. Wherever I go, I try and make friends with the other fans. I've got friends who say we don't mix with the other fans. I said, look, we're all in this together. What suits us suits them. What suits them suits us. For 90 minutes, we set that aside and just go, all bets are off.
It's
but at the end of the match, we're still humans.
Yeah, like Kieran, he'll stand outside the stadium and wait for the other team to come out to get pictures and stuff, and he'll show them players respect just as much as he is. Well, maybe not as much as Newcastle players, but like he still respects them as players, and he'll still say, yeah, they're good players. And Kieran will admit if he thinks Newcastle's going to lose. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but he just loves his team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah. He's lush. He's canny.
I absolutely love it. We'll leave it on that note. Thank you so much, Sue, for reaching out. Because, like I said, I just want to know something special. Very proud of our football club. Proud of everyone involved. Tune in. When are you guys live again? Dan, John, when are you live again?
We were talking about that. Oh, it's going to be a busy week this week, only because I'm going down to Orange County to follow Monterey Bay away. Yep. I'm going to Disneyland on Thursday for Star Wars night. So then I'm getting together with the Toon Army Orange County group on Saturday morning to watch the Sheffield United match in a pub. So so John and I have been trying to figure out when's a good time, and John's going to be traveling this week.
I'll be traveling too. So
we'll figure out something, even if it's just a little blurb.
I promise.
We want videos.
I promise you, we will have something, because I know how to bring it together.
I love it. Brilliant. I love it. We will be live Tuesday night is the next time I might do a little video tonight. I don't know yet. We'll soon see. But we've got live watch along on Wednesday, stuff on Thursday, live watch along on Saturday. It's a busy week for the channel, basically.
Yep.
I love it. Thank you to everyone who donated.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No. I leave. Bye.
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 Thanks, Kieran.
Bye,
Thanks,
everyone.
Sue. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone,
stick
for
around
coming
for a
on.
minute.
Yeah, stick around in the background. Don't go anywhere.
Right. Okay. Bye.